I'm back. Had a random crash, but I don't think that was Cavern's fault. I think that was just the fact that Forge 1.12 is currently very unstable. But anyhow, I have additional news. I decided to go into the cavern to check it out, and apparently, I don't know if the one ore I'm looking for is something that I have to use the config to enable for, like, mod compatibility, but it's certainly something that I'll look into later on, because that might be how it is now, that's off by default. It used to be where that was on automatically, that any mod's ores will show up, or it could just be that the other mod specifically is not having it registered with Cavern. So, yeah. That I'll have to check that out. But I was looking for it, didn't find it. I did find Hexkite and Manlite in the cavern dimension itself, so you don't have to go farther on in Aqua Cavern, but it is pretty deep, so it does have some respect for the depth, although some regular ores are enhanced in terms of what height they are and frequency, so you can find a lot of things very quickly. So, yeah. I'd like to move on now to the Huge Cavern, while I can. So, let's try that one again. This is the one you have to activate with a diamond, just regular diamond. So, quick reminder, diamond. This should be about as open as this would make it look, actually, because the Huge Cavern is very open. Spacey, and, well, huge. You'll see in a moment whenever this loads. You'll be fine. I upped the memory a bit, by the way. I upped the memory a bit, but I don't know if that was what helped me continue afterwards or not. As you can see, this is very open. You can see ores way easier because of the fact that it's easy to find them whenever they're on a surface, as opposed to buried in rock. So, yeah. You can see all sorts of mobs are everywhere, including the Cavenic variety. And by the way, I also found out about the bow. You just attack with left click. Period, you don't have to shift. So, there is that. See, are those those are regular spiders. I'd like to shoot specifically at Cavenic entities because they give them drops. This would also make hunting them very easy. And as you can see, the minor level is displayed again, and that is per dimension as to whether or not you can actually do it. So just remember that it's mainly the Cavenic and Cavenic's special dimensions. And we do regular witch. At least I think that was a regular witch. Did a regular witch also give me a magical book? I guess it's any witch has an enhanced chance of magical book, whether or not it's Cavenic, as long as it's in the dimension. Well, I don't know. I'll have to... We're having a weird delay here. I think it's because it's still loading terrain. That's a regular witch. Yeah, I'm getting enhanced drops, even from normal mobs, as long as they're in here, because I just got one of these elixirs. Not to mention some other things, just a reminder of how good wrong mod. How good witch loot is. I think I just smashed loot and witch together and got lich in a totally different fashion. That's supposed to be a different kind of enemy. Just saying. Wow, that's an interesting loot pile. I got a Cavenic orb. I got the potion because I blasted her fast enough when she was drinking it. Egg, sugar, some spider's eye. And by the way, the special magical books do not stack. I found that out while I was putting them up, and they do not stack. Wow, that all hit, because of the delay, it hit all at once and just slammed that one. Oh, that's kind of funny. I'm not sure if this dimension is particularly laggy or not. As I said before, these orbs aren't really that uncommon. So, you will find them. Lots of them. Okay, I think this is pretty much what there is to see here. Because, again, it's just a different variety. It's very open, and what went poof? Was that... Did something fall out of the sky and die? What just happened? I mean, it's a big cave. It can happen pretty frequently. You can also tell there's, like the cavern itself, this is a good place to mine because you can easily find ores, as I've said before, and you have the full variety of the ones found in lips. The full variety of those found in Cavenia, such as the hexkite ore. I'm having a very bad lip day. It happens sometimes. Oh well. Things happen. People sometimes just have things they cannot change. Or at least would take quite an effort to do so. But yeah, this is apparently very good for hunting. Now, I wonder if Aichun brought back hats. Wouldn't this place be a great spot to hunt for hats? Okay. General chance of the book. General chance. So, yeah, that was just regular. I'm aiming at the creeper because I was mainly after the zombie because he was Cavenic version. Okay, so this is again the Huge Cavern, folks. So this summarizes this one up. Pretty much in a nutshell. It's very open. It's easy to see your enemies. So if you happen to have something that's capable of rapid fire, not necessarily this bow exactly, there are some other things that are capable of rapid fire destruction. Things that can fling projectiles, and I could see where some Tinker's Construct shurikens would be very useful around here. Just make a ton of them and prepare to just spam shot them, because you will probably be able to wreck things. Definitely against those guys. The Cavenic skeletons, because they also have rapid fire, so an ambush on them where you can get to them faster than they can recognize you as a target would be very useful here. And it's a very open, so you'd probably be able to do that from a good distance. I think they have regular aggro distance. So that does mean that you'll probably actually in fact be able to use that tactic. So, anybody... okay. Okay, I think this is a good enough summary of this dimension to prepare to head out. So, bye for now, Huge Cavern. I'll probably see you again sometime. Not immediately, but sometime. Oh, wait. There's one more thing. Yeah. Okay. Just confirming something. And again, I will be back after I find my spot. Oh, well, I don't know. I could show how close it is this time, just to do so, because my world spawn was there. I flew around and I found a good spot to set up my mod review area pretty soon on after flying around for just a little while actually. This is a decent plains that just happens to be nearby, but I don't remember there being many horses or anything, just regular animals hanging around. It'd be nice if there were horses in this little plains. By the way, I've also noticed in the dimensions they actually have different biomes they're technically considered, so it does duplicate overworld terrain in more ways than one. It really does. I really need to cluster these books because otherwise it's gonna get a little weird. Tossing a few things out. I will keep the elixirs on hand, because you never know whenever I'll be able to get to those properly. Well, I know it'll be later on, but you know what I mean, because the magic system is not really too complicated, but it is kind of its own thing, and it's kind of a side quest everywhere, because again, Cavenic mobs will drop that at random, so you never know when you're going to actually start it in your journey. Now, that was the Huge Cavern.